Yeah, what's going on, good people? It's your boy B3, aka the Kush Motivational Speaker. So I hope you guys are ready for today because I have another special guest here who's not only gonna make you feel good, but it's gonna make that smile a lot brighter too. So I hope you guys are ready for the flight, because I am. All right. What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to Zero Gravity. So I already told y'all that I have another special guest with me today. So I hope you guys are ready because I want to introduce you to the one and only AB of Grills on Wild. What's poppin', family? Yeah, thank you, my guy,
Of
for
course,
coming
man.
here to spend time with me, sharing your time with me. It was wonderful. Thank you so much for your energy today, bro. I mean, I hope you didn't get lost finding the
Oh,
studio.
nah, man. I'm familiar with the area.
Well, good. I'm happy because now, since I finally got you here, I can get you straight into it. So, how was it opening up your business, man? Because we all love jewelry here. So it was like, how was it?
Man, it was tough at first. Um, just trying to navigate the complexities of opening up a business, going through the city, getting the permits. Like it was all unfamiliar territory to me. Like never did anything like that before in my life, but I'm here today. You know what I mean? Doors are still open.
Still kicking too,
Still,
man.
yeah.
I like it too. So, question: how did you come up with the name?
Uh, so the business started first. It just I was like, okay, I'm doing this.
Right.
I'm gonna do grills, and I had a couple different names, and I wanted to go for something controversial, kind of something that's going when people see it, they're like, man, hold on, like, I need two looks, not just the one, and walk past. Yeah, you gotta give me
Exactly.
two looks. So really, after about 3 weeks of me just racking my brain trying to figure out what I'm gonna call this business, I woke up one day and it just hit me like Grill's Gone Wild. I thought I envisioned it in my head, the old school Girls Gone Wild logo.
Right.
You know what I mean? Did my research, made sure that they wasn't still a thing,
Right.
which they're not for reasons.
For reasons.
If you know, you know.
Right.
Um,
If you grew up in that time, you know.
Oh yeah, when I was little, that's all I ever wanted.
Right.
Seeing it on TV, I was like, I want that. You know what I mean?
See, we
So I
working with
wanted
this
that.
guy.
I wanted that same energy for the grills. You know what I mean? But it just all clicked together and it all lined up. You know what I mean? When we made the logo, it just looked perfect. I mean, it
It's
looked
eye catching
perfect.
though. It is.
Exactly.
It is eye
I
catching.
get a lot of people. They come in. They're like, "Is this a barbecue spot?" They say grills, and then I get some people that be like, "This a porn shop?"
See,
So
you get a little mix of
yeah,
people, which is
yeah.
fun either way. Because when they come in, you be like, you don't see the jewelry, yo. You don't see the
Yeah,
jewelry.
yeah. I mean, we
You don't see
sell
the
more
jewelry.
than jewelry too. We got local clothing, from makers around the area, and shoes too. And we
Oh,
do a whole bunch of other stuff too. But mainly, me personally, I focus on the jewelry side of it.
hey, trying to become a one-stop shop though. I
Yeah,
like that.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's dope though. See, we need more of that. So, question: how'd the jewelry, like, why jewelry in particular?
Well, I always had a love for jewelry, gold in particular, because gold is the metal of kings. You
You
know what I
know it.
mean? Kings. You look in history, kings, emperors, any ruler,
Always
he
had some
wore
gold.
he wore gold. You know what I mean? The gold scepter. You know what I mean? The gold trim on the cape, whatever. And it just, man, I was buying some jewelry from somebody, and he made me an offer. You know what I mean? He was like, "You want to learn how to do this?" So I was kind of down and had a couple dollars to my name, so I said, "Man, fuck it, let's do it. Like, let's do it." And it
Dope.
just it just happened. I just fell in it, really.
That's dope. See, and then to be able to learn, and it's a little bit of a learning curve too, trying to being able, as we call yourself, a goldsmith.
Yeah, it it ain't as hard as people make it out to be. You know, there's gatekeepers, so of course everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, it's the most difficult thing. But as with anything, it just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of can do,
I like
and you
that.
can do it.
Oh, I mean, to have a mentor, right? That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. You know, really, he just kind of gave me the tools I needed and the game to get it started, and then it took off from there.
That's dope. See, that's cool, and being able, and, that, and he ended up teaching you a skill that you can now you can constantly use this bad boy.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, since you've been, making pieces, make your own pieces like that too. What's a favorite piece that you made or commissioned to make?
Um, Man, I have a few. I
Like if you have give me like a top three or top
top
five.
three.
Mm.
In recent work, top three.
Yeah. Top three. Do that.
There was one that I did. It was a 12 on 12 set, so that's all the way back to the molars.
Damn.
And that was, that
Damn.
it was just solid though, just solid. Nothing, no extra design on it or anything, but it just seeing it go all the way back to the molars was something else. So it just
damn.
that's one. That's one of the top three. And then next I'd have to say one of my friends from the vintage community, he does vintage clothes. He
Right.
shot an idea to me about a year ago, and it took a while to source the materials for it. But we took a Chrome Hearts T-shirt, and I ripped off the embellishment off of the T-shirt. And if it's real Chrome Hearts, it's 925 silver. So then I tacked that onto a grill. Like it was a Chrome Hearts cross, and I just tacked it straight onto a grill, threw a diamond on one of the other teeth, and probably one of my more unique looking pieces. So that one definitely is up there. And then the next one, I'm actually working on something right now. It's going on this chain.
Oh.
So, you have to wait and see that one. But when you see it, you come from the era, so you'll know exactly what it is.
See, I can't wait.
Right
I
when
like
you see
that.
it, you'll know.
Oh, that's super juice. Getting excited thinking about it now.
It's straight out of 1999, so it's
Oh man.
Yes.
it's something.
Best year ever. Best one of those years. That was the best in the 90s, y'all. Y'all tripping if y'all didn't see it.
Yeah, 99. I was in
Ooh.
first grade, man.
Oh boy. I don't know what it would say. 99, I was fifth grade, I think. Oh God. No, can't be. Nah, because 2000 because the millennium, what's it called? The Y2K was on its way. Do you remember? Do you have glimpses of Y2K?
Man, I had this uncle, and he was like, oh yeah, the world's gonna end. The world's gonna end at the turn of the century. I'm like, I'm a kid, so I'm tripping. I'm like, so what did we do then?
Yeah, nobody told you they've been saying that shit for forever, right?
Forever.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, for thousands of years.
Thousands of years. We just so happen this was just our year this time.
Yeah, and I was 5 or 6 years old, whatever, or 6 years old.
And then he saw the World Trade Center shit happen, right?
Oh yeah,
I'm
that.
sure he was like, "Oh, it was a little late, but there it is."
Like the world's ending now.
Nah, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I woke up and my dad was about to take me to school, and man, we're walking out. My grandmother stops us and she's like, "No, don't take him to school. Don't take him to school. Something happened." So I knew something happened, and then we went to Best Buy and we bought. I think it was Blueprint 2, the Jay-Z album. That's what we did that day, and then we just listened to that album all day. So
Probably was best.
I don't. That's all I got from that particular day.
That particular day.
But after, of course,
That's when we started really dialing it in. I know with me, I went to school. It was so quiet. It was weirdly quiet at the school. Then you go to class and you just see the teacher next to the radio crying. And I'm like, what happened? Nobody told us anything. They just let us sit there in the classroom and and then as soon as we all went home, That's when they told us on some crazy.
So you was in like middle school then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was over there at it's not there anymore, but Springstown
Oh
Middle.
yeah. Right
Yeah.
down the street from the shop.
See, if only y'all need to go do y'all research. It's an adult school now, but it used to be a middle school. Letting that be known now. It used to be a middle school. But
Wow.
let me get back on track. So you didn't threw me off. um, Question: since building the business, we always go through little difficulties. Little we call them growing pains. So, what are some of the difficulties that you ended up having to face when starting the business?
Well, initially, like I touched on, just the whole legal side of it, processing the paperwork of, making my business legit, and the building inspections. That was probably the most stressful thing that I had to deal with, because I'm like, man, I've been paying the lease for 3 months, and I didn't even know I had to get a building inspection and all that. So I'm like sweating bullets. Man, they just came in and looked around and like, all good.
Uh, Dang! So after you pay rent, then you have to you need to do an inspection too.
Yeah, so it works like, you you lease your building, you have your business license, whatever, but like to like get it all legit with the city. I don't know. They just told me I had to do it, so
You
I
have to
did it.
you got to get your stuff ready.
And man, so I'm up 3 a.m. the night before, like sitting there scrubbing the floor. That was one. I mean, obviously paying the bills was difficult too,
Right.
and just the trying to keep myself mentally leveled to not crumble underneath something like that, But
Exactly.
being in Vallejo, it's pretty simple. Like I said, they just came in and did it, And of course, the stress of like the business failing, but I'm not scared to fail. So
No, because we learn from our failures.
yes, yeah.
Exactly. We always learn from our failures. And also, he being an artist as you are, sir, I had to throw this question in here because I'm a big fan of it. But bars gone wild. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You thought I wasn't gonna say anything about that, sir?
Man.
Yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know, he actually has a nice little thing that goes down, where they have ciphers, where he gets some of the local talent to spit some bars. Yeah, you got me. I've been watching a couple of those. Just want to let
Bars
you
gone
know.
wild.
How did that start up?
Man, so when we first were opening, one of the local cats, he approached me and he asked when it was done, could he host a battle there? And me naturally, I was like, hell yeah,
Let's see.
let's do it. Let's do it. So it started at that. Really, was we were gonna do the battle, and I got my videographer to
Right.
agree to shoot it, and I already had the location, so I just had to source the talent, which I know the talent already.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I reached out to a couple cats, and man, I was sitting down with my partner, and he brought up the idea. He was like, "Man, we should get him in here and spit some bars to like promote it a little bit, promote the battle." It wasn't about the cipher; it was just the battle.
Right.
And man, it just we came in and did that first. We came and did that first cipher just as a little warm up, and afterwards, all the artists were like, "Man, we doing this again or what?"
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna do this again.
we did it every Saturday for a couple months, and it just started taking off from there. And I like providing the platform for these artists to showcase their talent, because in the Bay Area, it's not a lot of places you can go to just showcase your talent. There's a lot of like paid shows where you have to pay to be on the show and
Right.
pay to get in, and so we just wanted to bring that platform out here to Vallejo. So That's how it started.
That's dope, though.
That's how it started.
And look, and it's grown. It's growing too. And also, with all that being said, support your local artists.
Please do.
Please do. Please support your local artists because they putting in work. I mean, if they don't even, they might not have a larger platform, but they still got bars though. I keep forgetting the gentleman's name who kind of like is the host. I can't remember his name, but he had put down some fire too that one day.
What did he look like?
Black gentleman glasses with the hair with the flat top, or it's kind of like I wouldn't say flat top
with the curly hair.
Curly hair, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's my man Sir Cloud. You know, straight out of Vallejo. Go look him up at Sir Cloud.
At Sir Cloud, remember that. We go make sure to put something up there. At
the Sir Cloud. My bad.
The Sir
The
Cloud.
Sir Cloud.
We'll make sure to put that somewhere around
The
here.
only.
People know. Hit the only. But yeah, because after he kind of I saw when he was hosting it, and I saw it was in your platform. I was like, oh man, this dude you are just you got a nice little reach going on right now, which is good. You know, you need to be a little jack of all trades in order to survive around here anyway.
That's true.
You know, I like that though. That means you're multi-talented.
Hey, you know, as an entrepreneur, you should be multi-talented. You can't be a one-trick pony and think you're gonna make it. I mean, there's always that, you know, 1 in a million guy, but
that's true.
That's 1 in a million.
That's 1 in a million.
Maybe even more than a million, but
see, that's dope. Now, another thing, since you brought that up, you know, being an entrepreneur, not a lot of people can do this. You know, not a lot of people have the mentality, like we were saying before. It takes a lot of mental in order to do this entrepreneurship thing. So when it comes with you, without getting too personal, what things did you have to overcome? Like I said, I've had a couple people come on that tell me they had to overcome shyness. They had to, you know, realize, oh wait, this is how business is supposed to be done. You know, they all had to come out of a little something in order to grow. So what would you say without, you know, I don't want everybody all in your business, but, you know, just a little bit of what did you have to do?
Man, you know, well, first, I'd just like to say, being an entrepreneur is not for everybody.
No, not at all.
You know, it's being your own boss, and a lot of people need a boss. They need somebody to tell them, you have to be here at this time, till this time, and you have to do these tasks. But, you know, being an entrepreneur, you have to say that to yourself, and you have to follow through. So, me personally, I'm a very lazy person. Like, I could just sit in bed all day if I feel like doing that.
Right.
So I'd have to say the laziness was the hardest thing for me to overcome. You know, just getting up and being where I need to be every single day. That was difficult for me. Shyness, never had a problem with that. Never had a problem with that.
I got a question. Did you ever find yourself like having to remind yourself, I put myself into this situation, like I put myself up to it, you know, as the lazy guy, right? Like, did you ever have to say, damn, I am the one that started this shit. I'm gonna have to finish it, right?
Yelling at yourself in the mirror.
Right. I'm just curious, up. You know.
Yeah, you do. You get caught up in that, but I don't know, man. I wake up every day and I look in the mirror and I realize who I'm playing the game for. So, I mean, I've been an entrepreneur since I was in 2nd grade. I started my first business in 2nd grade. So it's just natural for me. It's just natural for me. I know what I got myself into. I never have to remind myself of that.
Hey, well, so maybe it's not really laziness. Maybe that's like your creative brainstorming recharge period, right?
Oh yeah. Everybody needs to take care of themselves mentally, and everybody does it differently. Me personally, you know, I just like to kick back, play some video games, you know, do my other extracurricular activities that I like to get into. But
relaxation.
Yeah, you know, everybody has a different way of doing that.
Exactly. I like that though. That's dope.
Mine is just being lazy.
You see, and you know, it's almost like I almost say we wouldn't even call it lazy. I just say being comfortable. Because it almost seems like that's more of you chill for a little bit. Then when there's things that need to be done, Let me go ahead and finish this real quick.
Yeah, yeah, to a certain extent, but also I just put things off sometimes, so it gets down to the wire. But
You know, man, I've been called lazy like so many times in my life, right? But I know it's not true when I look at what I've accomplished, right? So I I now have the response to that accusation is y'all motherfuckers just don't know how to meditate like I do.
Exactly.
yeah, or prioritize and I have a theory. I feel like lazy people actually work the hardest. You know what I mean? Because we're working so hard so that we can be lazy, whereas some people don't
Oh.
get the chance to stop.
That's good.
They
Hey.
just keep going.
That's a bar right there. That was a bar right there. Lazy people work hard enough so they can be lazy.
I want my royalties if somebody used that.
See, exactly. Make sure. Give me some dope. Give me some on that one. That was nice. I like that one. I like that. That was good. That was good. We were lazy people. We're lazy people work the hardest because they want to be lazy. They want to be able to. I work this hard so I can lay on the couch all day.
Oh yeah.
I put in like 12 hours already. Now I can chill on the couch. Yeah, I like that. See, that's cool. So, with that being said, since you've kind of already had the entrepreneurship already inside you, so that's nice. So, with that being said, what inspires you to keep going? Some people need to have something, that goal that they're, so what inspires you?
Well, firstly, and most obvious, myself. Um, I do this for other people. I do this for my family and my friends. But most importantly, I do it for myself, man. So I inspire myself, and man, my family and friends. That's my big inspiration. And as far as like goals, you ever seen the movie Office Space?
Oh yeah, my stapler.
Oh,
What I want to do is nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm working hard right now so that one day I can just do nothing and just
I feel that.
do nothing.
Heck yeah, be all the way down in the basement, picking up checks. Hey, he didn't even have to work. Yeah, he didn't have to work.
That's what I'm saying.
He should have just stayed home and pulled them checks. Oh God, that movie.
Office Space.
Hey, y'all, yeah, that's a good movie to sit down and enjoy yourself too. That and if you ever heard of Grandma's Boy.
Oh yeah, that's a standard.
Yes, please. We're giving y'all gems right now. We're giving y'all gems right now. Y'all don't even understand. But can I just say, talk about inspiration-wise, that you yourself are an inspiration.
Thank you.
Whoever's watching or whoever gets a chance to watch, you are an inspiration in yourself because you inspire me. You inspire my boy Jay. It's just something. It's something when you have energy like that, and then not only that, the mentality to continue. While some people may fall off, some people know when we're going into this, you're going to take a couple hits. The thing is, do you have a strong jaw? And I can tell you don't have a glass chin.
I don't.
No. And so with that being said, with all the youngsters out there, or even some of the OGs out there that's still trying to get their self across or probably trying to fight something within them, what's a little advice you could give to some of these new business owners that's trying to get up there in the game? Either, because like I said, we got 20-year-olds to like 50-year-olds that need this advice.
Well, firstly, can't stop, won't stop.
Ain't that the truth?
If you got a mission, see it through. If you're gonna start something, just finish it. I'm gonna quote Cat Williams here. If you get on that horse, you gotta ride it.
You better ride it.
But really, man, best advice I can give new business owners, longtime business owners, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's always somebody who knows more than you. And for you to know more, you might just have to ask somebody. And if you don't know anybody, you really do. If you got a cell phone or a computer, you got Google. So, a lot of things I just how do you get a business license? You know what I mean? And Google is your best friend. So don't be discouraged if you don't know what to do, because there is sources of information that you can access for free. You know, some you got to pay for. You know, you can hire a small business consultant to get you on your feet, but really the information that they give you is all accessible on the World Wide Web. So
Tell them. Yeah,
you know,
tell them.
YouTube, Google, and anybody you know who has a business, they could probably give you some pointers on how to navigate that.
I like that. And now, please forgive me because we've been there. I have another question for you now. I didn't flipped it over in my head too many different times, but being an artist, actually, do you see a difference between being an artist and a craftsman? Or are they one?
Yes and no. A craftsman can take something and turn it into something else, where an artist can create from nothing. So there is a difference, but essentially you're doing the same thing. It's just the materials provided. You know what I mean? So they're pretty much the same.
Like there's small differences, and then there's big differences. So it's kind of like, at least when I know with artists, I consider you both, because it takes an artist to be able to see the vision, and it takes a craftsman in order to make it. So it's like, I see you as both, because it takes both mentals in order to make something beautiful.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because
You know, I was an artist first.
see.
You know, I could create from nothing, but you know, you give me some materials, I'll craft you something. So
See.
they are the same, but where one is a craftsman is an artist, but an artist isn't a craftsman. You know,
There you go.
It's a higher level of difficulty.
Higher level of difficulty. There's levels to this, y'all. Remember that. There's levels. There's levels to this.
It's a higher level of difficulty because, you know, there's certain laws and rules that you got to follow as far as, you know, creating, not like governmental laws.
Right.
You know, I mean, there is, but whereas an artist, you just have complete freedom. You know, I always tell people with music or digital design, you know, drawing on paper, there's no right or wrong way to go at it. You know, there's no right or wrong way to do art. But when you're crafting something, there is right and wrong ways to do it.
Like you said, there's rules.
Yeah.
There's rules. Each one has a rule that they have to follow.
Yeah.
And then when you start putting them together, then you got to try to blend. You got to try to follow the rules.
Exactly.
Dang, yeah. So I can see now. I see the complication now. I can see that now. Yeah, you got to weigh them out.
Yeah,
You got to weigh them out.
there's a difference, but there is a lot of similarities between them.
I like that. So we had brought something about, we had said something earlier, like earlier on in the show, you had brought somebody up that you said, you know, pretty much asked you, hey, you want to learn this? So if you don't mind, so I know you had a mentor. How do you feel that he impacted your life?
Man, heavily impacted my life. Like I said, I was kind of in a place down, you know, down on my last dollar. And, you know, I was going to buy a grill with my last couple dollars because, you know, that can change your life. I've seen it happen. So I was like, yeah, let me just buy the grill.
Real quick.
And like I said, man, he made the offer, and it changed my life exponentially, like exponentially in a lot of different ways. Firstly, financially, of course, because he taught me a trade that I could apply and, you know, go out there and make my own money. But, you know, it kind of just gave me some direction and laid the path out. I mean, I don't think he had a shop. He was just doing it out of his garage. But it was a cat I went to school with, so, you know, a little bit older than me. So I looked up to him. And, you know, we had knew each other, and he was like, man, I know how you is. I know what you do. I know what you already do. This might be for you. You know, you already have a passion for it, so why don't you just do it? So I say he's impacted my life greatly. Shout out Go. You know what I mean? If you're watching, homie, appreciate you.
Much respect. And see, I've always everybody, not a lot of people, because I don't have a lot of the guests that I've had. Mainly, they're their own mentors, because they don't really have many to look up to, and some of them do. And I just want to say that to the people out there, you may not feel like you're a leader, you may not feel like you're a mentor, but there's always somebody watching. There's always somebody watching, and you never know who you inspire, you never know who you motivate. So I say continue with that positive energy and just be willing to teach people. Be willing to teach anyone, because look at what happened with you. And that's how mentors start,
Yeah.
And
I don't think he initially was trying to be a mentor or anything. And like I said, he just kind of laid the path down, gave me the keys. And, not saying that I surpassed him in life or anything, but, once I got to a certain point, I had to look for other mentors.
you started evolving.
You know.
Yeah, that's how it is. You grew. You started growing. He put it like this. He gave you the starting path.
Yeah. He gave me the starting path to
Yeah.
the jewelry, and then I met another gentleman who helped me with the retail part, building the store. Chance encounter too. Man, I went to L&L Hawaiian Barbecue.
Yeah.
There in the plaza, and was gonna smoke on something before I ate.
Right.
Went in. I didn't have a lighter, so I walked in and seen the first person. I was like, "Hey, bro, you got a lighter?" Gave me the lighter. Went outside, smoking my cigarette, whatever, and came outside and chopped it up with me for a second. Man, 3 months later, I get a random DM from a random clothing line. No, there's no pictures of who owns the clothing line, and he just, "You want to open a store, bro?" So I was like, all right, let's do it. I just wanted to, I'm just throwing jabs just to
Right.
see what he
see what happens.
Yeah, just see what he says. And he was like, all right. So then about 2 days later, he hit me up and he was like, man, I just got the keys. Come down to the shop. And he gave me the address, 2172 Springs Road. That's where I'm still at.
Yes, sir.
And so we're same age. He's not much farther than me in life, but I definitely looked up to him, and he taught me a lot of things intentionally and unintentionally. Taught me some things, just how to run a business, what to do, what not to do type things, and ultimately gave me the keys to the shop, you know what I mean, on how to do that. So, shout out AC Green, man.
See, that's beautiful. See, I like that. I like when people, because you need a team majority of the time. You need, if not a whole team, at least one other person. And then when that happens, then it's like then you two become the team.
Yeah, you can't do it alone, man.
You can't do it alone. And it's like I said it before, as long as you have good friends around you, like if you have friends that you feel that I don't want to say compete with, but you can learn something from. If you can learn something from each one of your friends, then I feel like you got you a nice little circle of people.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of friendly competition. The people closest to you will push you the furthest. So
they say iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah. My boy would say that to me every day.
See?
Every single day.
Yes, great minds think
day.
alike, bro. See, I like that. That is beautiful. Oh, so with all of that said and done, with all this greatness that you shared with me, what's next for you, my brother? Actually, before you even answer that, me and Jason are slowly starting this thing where, give you like a good 10 seconds for you to promote Grills Gone Wild. Give yourself a little commercial.
Man, you know what it is. AB the Blueprint, Grills Gone Wild, home of the grills that make the girls go wild. Tap in. You need some shine? You know who to call.
Heck yeah. What's them tags, baby? What's them tags?
Oh, yeah. You can find us at Grills Gone Wild 707 on all platforms. Actually, Instagram, TikTok, really. You can find us on Google, Grills Gone Wild. Just type us in. We pop up. if you come through, leave me a review. We got 5 stars right now. Let's keep that going.
You feel me? You better, yeah, because we, the zero gravity team is gonna be coming to visit because we want something done too, man. I don't know if you do do you do the white gold still too?
Oh yeah, I do
Yeah.
everything from yellow, white, rose, anything from SI to VVS diamonds. And for my peoples on a budget, I also do silver. You know what I mean? Still
Hey,
beautiful.
925, baby. Let's get that cracking. Yeah, you didn't know I knew. Yeah, I know stuff too. Also, yeah, what about diamond dust? A little bit of that, any?
Yeah.
You do
Diamond dust, any type of design you can think of, man. I've done everything from basic diamond cuts. I do these new things called rose cuts where it just kind of looks like a rose. I can do laser engraving. Done anything. I've done Chanel logos, LV monogram prints, Playboy bunnies, money bags, hearts, anything you could think of, we can make it happen.
Ooh, I'm juiced. And he's not just limited to grills either, y'all. He is a jeweler. Let's make that clear.
Rings, chains, pendants, bracelets, anything you could think of, like I said, I make it happen.
You heard that, y'all. He's not just limited. He's gonna make you look good all around, not just in the mouth. Gonna make you look good here, everywhere, and clothes too, right? And you got some clothes.
Got some local brands. Right now we got Twig Sticks in there. We'll talk a little bit about that one in a little bit.
Yeah.
And like I said, shoes and anybody else who's got some clothes, man. If you want to have a platform, contact us.
You hear that, y'all? Make sure to tap in with them, because I know I am. I'm getting my white gold grill with diamond dust, and I'm gonna be acting a fool with it. So y'all better be prepared for that. Yes, indeedy. And then so was there anything else, man, that's got something in the works that they should be looking out for?
We are looking to expand. I haven't decided where yet. There's a couple places that need a Grills Gone Wild, all up and down California and some bordering states too. So we're looking into expanding into other locations. That's what's next.
Oh, so y'all better be prepared. We finna have Grills Gone Wild all around the freaking world.
Grills Gone Wild worldwide.
Let's
Wow.
do that. Let's do that. So again, bro, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing some of your greatness with me, man.
Of course,
And,
man.
I always say, work harder on your dream than your job, but you're already there. And I just want to say, dude, thank you for motivating us, and thank you for motivating the ones who are watching right now, because everyone needs a little kick in the pants in order to get to their goals. You know what I mean?
It can be your own foot kicking you too. Don't think it has to be somebody else. It can be your own foot kicking you.
Ain't that the truth? It never hurts to kick your own self in the ass. Never hurts, right? So, all right, y'all. I just want to say again, thank you again for tuning in. And oh yeah, don't forget about this. But we'll talk about that later. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a great night tonight. And like I said earlier, work harder on your dream than your job. Good night, everybody. Yes.
You're so